a long way to Huntsville.
Howdy everybody, we're finally doing it. So you know me or may not know me yet, but my name's Jack Nelson. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. My wife and I have decided to start an entire series of the Jackwagon. If you're not familiar with the Jackwagon, it's our 2014 Mercedes Sprinter van that we've had for several years to take the band all over the country and tour in constantly, and been doing a lot more solo stuff here lately, but we don't want to lose the opportunity to still be able to take the boys on the road to do the shows and stuff with us in the future. So with that in mind, we are going to build out the van a little more aesthetically pleasing, as well as still keep its versatility that we have with it now to do the things that we do. And this video is just all about some beginner prep stuff with washing and cleaning and stuff like that, and I'll narrate through the time-lapse videos to kind of let you know what's going on, and I think it'll be a fun adventure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, and all that stuff, and I'll put links to all the products and stuff below so that if you are interested in using that stuff, you'll know where to find it. I'm just here to help. Thank y'all so much, and I hope this video helps you. So first things first here, we gotta get everything offloaded from the van, and starting with this moto mount, getting everything pulled out. It's full of music equipment, both, you can see the drum set there, pulling out all the full sound, all that stuff. I think this whole deal ended up taking me about 6 hours over this day as I was getting ready to go on a weekend run with my son and my dog. You'll see both of which throughout the series. I got it all loaded out of the back, took that recliner seat out, setting everything to the side, just playing with a fishing pole, getting things moved out of the way just so I can really get in there and get things cleaned up. Even using a little broken broom that I found on the side of the road while walking dude one day. That bucket there that we use as a trash can, I cannot stress enough how perfect having just a regular 5-gallon bucket as a versatile trash can is when you're out and about and doing a lot of camping and stuff. It's just super, super handy to have. As I'm getting inside of these tracks here, we've already removed a couple rows of seats there. We like to leave that one long bench seat in the back so that it doubles as a couch. We got plenty of room underneath there for storage and stuff. And these tracks, I ended up getting in there after it with a screwdriver in order to get everything cleaned out of there real good, because it is just notorious picking up all the grime and stuff. That's a big workout mat that I laid down there, and now I'm trying to adjust the best way to put this cowhide in. Not sure where it came from. I'm pretty sure an old guitar player threw it in there for me as a gift one day. Pretty awesome. It looks cool. Just kind of adds the Texasness to it. So I'm getting in there, got everything kind of set up a little bit better. We do have that recliner lounge chair set up in there now, so we have a good place to sit. My lovely wife, Meta Jane, has awoken and came out to help for this part of the evolution, and we're able to really get in there and squeegee it out and do all the cleaning stuff. It's funny because I absolutely hate cleaning, and it's one of her favorite things in the world to do. So it's really interesting that I started this one out. You can see my Trinity Oaks shirt, by the way. If you're looking for a great veterans organization, check those guys out. Do a lot of great things for veterans, first responders, and their families and stuff. So shout out to them. And here we're just kind of doing an abbreviated loadout of, you know, what equipment I'm going to be needing for the weekend run that I have ahead of me. Just a few simple things like my speakers, merch box, couple guitars, pedal board, and then we went ahead and threw our camp box in there too, just to get it out of the way at the house. Time to clean this super dirty van. One of the biggest obstacles that I've found in owning a tall Sprinter van is that it won't fit in most contemporary car washes. So this is usually how it has to get washed and done, is just by hand, 1/4 at a time. Luckily I had my boy Jaden and my lovely wife to assist and help me see all the cool spots and places that I missed. Now that the van's all nice and shiny, we're gonna try and tackle this problem we have here with all the faded gray plastic they put on these things. And this stuff is the first stuff that popped up on Amazon. My neighbor, when they moved out, gave me a bottle, so this is what I'm going to use. We're going to try this McGuire's Ultimate Black Restore stuff out. Directions are to shake well. Directions are to shake well. For best results, apply to a clean and cool surface. Apply a small amount, 100% cotton terry, with 100% cotton terry cloth towel or applicator pad, and apply evenly throughout the desired area. And then wipe off the excess with an extra towel. Well, I don't know about cool surfaces. It's July in Texas, but it's clean. We did that. And it's in the shade, so that's cool, right? Let's give it a shot. In hindsight, after recording this video, I remembered that a few years ago I did try to use this stuff once before, and I was a little disappointed that it only lasted about a week. And I think the trick is you really have to stay on top of it and reapply a lot of coats so that it really gets soaked in to that plastic and holds like you want it to. I do wish that it would go a little further, though. So we can already see a pretty immediate difference. Obviously the right side is what I just did. Applied the Mcguire's, and here on the left it's still untouched. So it's a pretty good start. We'll see how well it holds up once it's all said and done. So as I was saying before, I really wish that this stuff kind of had a little bit wider spread for what I'm doing on it. It felt like I had to use a little bit more than I should have for what I was doing, and I could have totally been doing this wrong. But we were fortunately able to use what we had in the bottle in order to cover the entire bottom plastic rim that goes along the side of the van and around the back and on each side. And after doing that front end, Meta Jane decided she wanted in on the action, and she is just going to town on it, doing a great job. If you have any tips on improving the application process of this stuff, or if there's another product that you feel is personally better, be sure to comment below and let us know what you think. I'd love to hear great alternatives. We are just going off of what we had. So while Meta Jane is finishing up doing all of the plastic with the Mcguire's Black Magic stuff, when I was washing the van, I found some spots that were chipping, and so there's some spots where paint's missing. So I'm going to try out this Turtle Wax Color Magic car polish that looks like it came straight out of 1994. It was just randomly under our sink. Don't know where it came from, but we're going to try it out, see how it works. So we're going to start with this. It has this little ChipStick thing, and I'm going to go touch up some spots and see what it does. I got to admit, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this ChipStick thing. It just seemed to kind of fill the holes that were there from the little chips away. I mean, it did exactly what it was supposed to. It gives it more of a matte black finish. I'm really curious to see how well it holds up through rains and washes in the future. So now it's kind of a matte black from where I applied that ChipStick to the front of the door jamb where the passenger door had been hitting it. And even this big dent up here, I was able to fill it in for the most part from what I could reach. And you know, from a distance it does make a little bit better of a difference there based on what it was before. But I'll keep working on it there. I think that's just the light right there. Yeah, so not too bad. It's just a little nick that I filled in. Cool, a lot of little ones to hit along the way. Earlier in the day while we were washing the van, I noticed a few spots that had chipped the paint away, and so I went ahead and hit them with the ChipStick applicator, and we'll see how that stuff works out. Here I ended up pouring some of the bottle into a terry towel and started applying with that. Decided I didn't like the terry towel, so I switched to a dish sponge, and I felt like it went on a lot better. Here, I'll show you a side by side. Magic! Okay, so you can tell over here on the right, that's been done. I kind of did straight half and half there. That's 2 coats. I did 1 coat, and it was kind of blotchy here and there. So that's just 2 coats. Honestly, it could use a 3rd. We'll see, but I am gonna go ahead and put a couple coats on this side just to get it all even, and then may end up adding a 3rd coat. I'm probably, the sides of the van I feel are in good enough condition that I don't really need to worry about doing them right now. And the top of the van is just a little too high for me to reach, and I don't have a ladder at my disposal currently. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. Plus, this reminds me a lot of shining my boots in the Navy, and that's not fun. Cool, hang in there. As I started doing this more and more, I was really regretting having not had applying sponge in one hand and my red terry towel there to buff it off in the other hand and do very much a Karate Kid Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off thing. Would have made it go a lot faster, I'm sure. But all in all, since I was only able to do the hood, I figure it worked out well. More products from the cabinet. While I was doing the hood here, which looks a lot better, could probably use a 3rd coat still. I don't know. Probably won't do it tonight. May do it later. But I do like that stuff that I was using. Meta pointed out all of the bugs on the grill and stuff, and she's like, hey, we got this bug and tar remover. So there's their before and after. We'll see ours. I don't know if you can even really see the bugs here, but they're there. So I'm gonna let her get after it. Meta seemed to be really pleased with how well this bug and tar remover actually worked for her. She was even just as much surprised at how many more bugs she found while she was cleaning the grill here. She's several instances she's pointing out, look at this one, how did it get stuck way up in there? So she really got after it. Thank you so much for watching our van prep video. Before we go, one cool little bonus tip I want to tell you all about. If it's not in your budget to have a big, huge deer run over on the front bumper here, a very simple $10 fix at any of your local auto parts stores, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Parts Plus, Advanced Auto Parts, all of them. I just said it, so now I can tag them. Hey, for $10, you can get these little deer whistle things in here, and I can see them work whenever we're driving down the road. Like if the van is pointed at a deer, they usually perk up and start running away from it. So it's pretty cool. But thanks again for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe. There's going to be a lot more things coming up, so stay tuned. And thank you all so much for all your support. We'll put the links down below to all the awesome things and ways that you can help us continue our journey to the mountains. See you around.